Indoor cycling, Zwift, racing, parenting. We cover those and all of our hopes and dreams in between. Welcome to the Talk Dirty to Me podcast, an entertaining look into the lives of everyday people trying to achieve virtual cycling glory from our basements and garages from around the world. This podcast is rooted in Zwift and has evolved into found friendships, fitness, health, and a little sprinkle of humor. This may be one of the only podcasts where a little heavy breathing shouldn't scare you away, because we're riding our bikes while we're recording it.
Good morning.
Morning.
Guys, we have been graced with a god among men. Nay, a god amongst mere mortals. Tiago Barreira, everybody.
Hey.
He lives in infamy. I chuckle. I think it's Fremont who has the
Yes.
keeper of all the accomplishments, right?
Yeah.
It's great. Everyone who knows what we're talking about is laughing right now. Everyone who doesn't is just like, what?
Who?
Yeah, who? Tiago, tell us about yourself, buddy.
So originally from Brazil, but I've been in the
what?
U.S.
No, I'm kidding.
Couldn't tell.
I thought you were from Jersey.
Yeah, been in the U.S. more than half of my life now. Actually, way past that. Married for almost 13 years. 2 daughters, almost 7 and 5, and professor at Syracuse University in the exercise science department. That's why I pick on everybody on a dirt server.
You think you know something about exercise science? No, you're wrong.
Yeah. And Zwifter on my spare time, which is a lot of time.
You left out barber or hairdresser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiago's daughter got an epic haircut this weekend.
It's very good.
Yeah. I would love to do that with my own kid, but I don't think my wife would go for
Wait,
it.
hold on. He's not finished his list of accomplishments. There's at least
Right.
one
Sorry,
outstanding
I didn't mean
can
to.
think of.
There are more.
Go ahead. Tell him what he is.
What's your athletic history, Tiago? Did you sit on a couch through college?
I swim a little bit. I grew up swimming in Brazil and was national age group champion before getting to college in the U.S. Swimming for UNC Wilmington for 4 years. Left some records over there.
Are you going to go pick them up? They may. I bet they probably don't have them for too much longer.
Somebody did after 12 years. And then got into triathlons. Like when I was swimming, one of the guys on the team was on the USA team for triathlons. And I thought it was insane. But then after I got done, I had to do something insane to be able to stay in shape. I kind of just go for runs every other day or whatever. I had to compete in something. We got into triathlons. And after the daughters,
when did you start on Zwift?
I actually started on beta Zwift. Because when they open up, they open the Slow Twitch forum, like the triathlon forum.
Yeah.
So I was
2016 or 17?
14. 14, 15. Yeah.
Okay.
When I start writing, they'll probably like.
Again, you think you know something? No, you don't. Tiago does.
50 or 100 people, and then early on they had almost like the bots now, but they were holograms, but they were in constant pace over Watopia, so there'll be somebody writing.
Ah.
Because there's only 100 people otherwise, and they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to get all those 100 people on the same time.
Yeah, so there'll be like 10 people on. You get in and get all the jerseys, the KOM jerseys. I think the October KOM at that time, like people were going like 230.
I wish.
Because it was just a hilly route, right? That was the KOM, wasn't it?
No, this is pre-Watopia.
Watopia was the main thing. They call it like Jarvis Islands or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Jarvis Island.
It was just like an island. I mean, it was just like an oval or something, I think.
Jeez.
Oh, how
pretty
far
cool.
we've come.
What was the bike selection like back then, huh?
They had this thing called a bike. You picked it.
They had one.
The Zwift steel bike.
Yeah. That's wild. That's really cool.
No.
Did they have like a
Those
chat feature and stuff too, so you could talk to the other 100 people? Or
I think that was chat. I think.
They had a group text.
a group text you? Hey
I
guys,
posted
logging
before,
in.
like
Anybody want to ride?
I posted my first ride. I think it was like January of 2015 or December 14, something like that.
Nice.
Then I took a little break.
Tiago Stravas, eh?
Took a little break, and then right before the COVID, I was actually getting back to it. And with COVID, I just started doing it all the time.
Now, when did you join Dirt and or Eat Dirt?
This was April 2020. I knew Keith Miller from before when I lived in Baton Rouge, and he was leading the XLR rides, and like he was talking about TCT, and I was like, we need someone I can join.
Always keep.
So I joined and got dropped my first one. And about the same time, I joined with started riding with Down and Derby in the afternoons too.
Very cool.
So Keith Miller did do something productive, is what you're saying.
I guess so.
That XLR ride really seems to be a recruiting tool.
It was.
Well, so wait, you knew? I mean, I knew about this piece. You were at LSU for was it grad school or a postdoc or something?
I was at the Pennington Biomedical Research Center, which is affiliated with LSU but pretty independent. It's just a research center that has. At the time that I was there were like about 35 postdocs and 50-some faculty, just research, no teaching. So I was doing my postdoc there.
And
then,
and at this time, was Keith Miller like a enterprising athlete, capable of doing things?
Yeah, that's when he was doing his time trials and riding every week and doing the group rides on the middle of the week.
That was such a lawyer line of questioning I've ever heard.
I try not to do that very
And
often.
can you confirm that at this time Keith Miller was participant?
Was Keith a capable athlete, not a capable athlete, or something in between?
He was capable.
You have your pen and your legal pad next to you. Thank you.
And Clay also
Yeah, Clay.
from that time.
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
The BTR crew.
Yep.
Yeah.
Legendary, as it is now.
Yeah. It's all split up now.
Yep. Except for Keith and Clay.
Clay,
The
keep it
original
strong.
ones.
That's awesome.
Well, so let's see. Tiago normally rides that line between A and B quite well. He, depending on the solstice, will be down to a B or possibly an A or almost A at any given time.
The distinction between A and B is just like a shirt that Tiago decides to change when he wants to.
Yeah.
He's like a perfect B, and then I remember the ride, the TTT that you're like, okay, I want to promote this week. And
And
he
he
just
did.
like went ham for, I don't know, 20 minutes basically.
Yeah.
Pulled out like
like-
a 4.5 or a 4.6. He's like, I'm a little disappointed. I thought that could be higher.
Like, what other person do you know that can just like choose to be
Yeah.
excel at their performance that day? Like, nah, I think I'm going to ride a 5 today.
At least he's very open about it.
Yeah, right.
Well, I race A most of the time. I just don't
Yeah.
make it to A when I'm racing. It's like,
It's because, as we all know,
supposed to
the
make to the
efficiency.
group and then sprint.
Listen, when
Yeah.
you have a town named after you
At the back of the pack.
at the back of the pack, yeah, I mean, you have to live up to that, right?
Yeah. Can be wasting wads.
No. I also love Tiago's also one of the few people that like will be in there when other people are racing and will like coach you through it.
Yeah.
I have vivid memories of him being like, Dodd, are you trying to get the highest watts per kilo today? What are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was on the front. I'm backing off.
Trying to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's like, sprint. And then you just hear, he's like, your eyes are closed, your head is down. You just hear Tiago, go, 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 go.
Usually works.
It's very helpful, yeah.
They're very helpful.
I can work with other people's legs pretty good.
It's a skill. It is a skill. I'll give you that.
The best part about it too is riding that line. Nobody understands their Zwift power profile better than Tiago. He'll sit there and be like, in 23 days, I will be a B. And sure as anything, 23 days later, he's a B. You're like, how did you figure that out?
I love
Wow.
that. Like, Sully is also one that does that.
Yeah. Sully's the
And
the,
he'll send out a message.
Guru.
He did it not too long ago. It was like Fremont and you, I think, were almost C, or Tim was almost C,
Yep.
and I was almost C. But I was like, nah.
Not
And I
happening.
just threw out a 3-2 effort. He's like, are you just trying to mess with me? I'm like, yeah. Toying with your emotions, Sully.
Yeah, I think I only have maybe like 5 or 6 efforts that I went over, like the B to A threshold during an actual race. Like every other time, it's just when I go all out for 20 minutes. Like I did the TTT. So if I don't do that, I'll be forever.
You're currently in A, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Three, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, my average was, I think it was a 3, under 3.9 maybe.
Yeah.
And then I went like a 4.5 to make 3.
On the Ocho, right? The Ocho that's been killing it recently.
Yeah.
Greg's
So
a part
I
of
was
that.
I was a minute on, a minute and a half off
Yep. That's right.
for 20 minutes.
Jeez.
That's a good ratio. 2 to 3.
Well, and like that was that week. I think we knew we weren't going to win. I can't remember which course it was. It was in McCurry, and so it just became like, all right, Tiago's going to do this, I guess.
It had to be Suki's then,
Sure, that sounds right.
because that was roughly 3 weeks ago and on
4
McCurry, I
weeks.
remember.
Yep.
That's the one I missed.
No, it was a Tokyo one.
It was?
Yeah.
I thought we were in McCurry. Okay.
Again,
I
you
think
think
like
you know.
maybe
No, you
It
don't.
was maybe the flat route. Hey, I remember my pain getting into the tunnel, and I'm like, I really want to super tuck at the tunnel, but I need to keep pushing.
The 20-minute mark hadn't hit yet, I guess, huh?
Speaking of pain,
Exactly.
Tiago also owns, I think, the single-day TTT event record, right?
Oh, most TTs in a day,
Most TTTs in a day.
maybe.
Or did Jeff break that?
Jeff,
Pretty sure.
Jeff went at it.
If somebody thinks they can challenge him, they should post it in the comments or
Sure.
message
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
we'll,
don't forget
Me
to
and
we'll entertain
like
that.
and subscribe.
Another one of the dirt riders did all of them with me. We did 11 in one day.
Oh yeah.
Circuit or
Yeah.
What was it? It was what? 5 a.m. to what time? 7 p.m.?
Oh, we should 5 a.m. Like whatever, 1 a.m.
2 a.m.
You started that early?
Yeah.
Zone 1.
Oh, my gosh.
From like 1 in the morning to 9:30 at night.
Oh, my gosh. Tiago, that's crazy.
I remember Tiago around like lunchtime. Tiago was like Just woke up from my second nap. Everybody's like, huh? Oh, yeah.
And was
That
like
makes sense.
the one in France that had the petite KOM, so we had to push that.
Yep. I was supposed to ride, I think, Zone 5 with you guys, and then my internet was out that morning. I was
Yeah,
the morning
whole, like,
BIOS. Yeah, the whole East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When I went to log in, like, it took forever. I was like, no way, it's going to mess it up. Like,
Not today.
all day, it's going to happen today. So I pushed the priority to my Swift computer. So I closed down every other connection.
I can just see him telling his family, "We're going dark."
I was like 1:30 in the morning, so
No one was up to respond.
yeah, Sterling missed it too.
Yep. Staring, I think Monica missed that morning.
So I think we only had 6 or some 5, or maybe you got someone else. Because we had a few people line up for last minute subs.
Wow.
And one of them we had to go pretty hard. We did close to the frappe record time because we didn't have much time between the two zones.
Not because you chose to go hard, but because you needed to, huh?
Got to make the next cut.
Yeah.
Well, when I did 8, it wasn't as organized, so it was mostly me of the teams. And so the teams that I rode with, we made like the PR invite for latte, frappe, and espresso.
Wow.
That was harder.
Yeah, I bet.
That was like the Nico Bucker reverse. Also, for you.
Greg, you remember how we just do 2 every now and then?
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It pales in comparison, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Things I don't plan to try for.
To test yourself on?
You just need a day off and you can make it.
A day off with no children and no wife in town, yeah?
I think that has always been my favorite Tiago trait. He'll say something like that, so matter of fact.
Oh
He
yeah.
needs a day off. You can do 12, 13 PTTs. Don't worry about it. Just need a day
Forget
off.
about your fitness. You just need the time.
I'm a teacher. I have plenty of days off. I will not be able to do that at any point.
Well, we had one guy with us. He's a C. I think he made 8 out of the 11.
For him.
Dang.
That's the thing. I guess if you can monitor the effort and keep it to like a 41 kilometer an hour pace for a lot of the races, you'll be able to do a lot of them.
A couple of them we kept that pace. A couple of them had to go.
I'm assuming you just fuel constantly too, right?
Yeah. Eat all day.
Yeah.
I don't do really well with eating and exercising, so I always try to eat as little as I can.
So you're in like a 10,000 calorie deficit that day and yet still put up the numbers?
That's why the double naps were important.
Yeah.
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 How ripped were you after that? Like, did you have a couple days off the bike or
No.
jump back on the next day?
I was on the next day or the day after. It was just between like the afternoon break. I think like we finished like 3 in the afternoon and then 4, something like that. Then the next one is at 7. Yeah, I almost got a couple cramps during that time.
Almost, but not quite.
Almost.
No,
Almost.
I was just sitting on the couch, so I was able to stretch out before.
He drank a Mountain Dew and he was fine.
No. I've been corrected. It's not Mountain Dew. It's Pepsi.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Real sugar Coke, though, right? None of that high fructose corn syrup crap.
The real sugar is too expensive.
Non-United States cola products.
That would be better. Y'all taste better.
That's true. Mexico only uses the real sugar. It's the best.
Yeah.
The mixed drink there. It's amazing.
But
the only time I'll drink soda.
When we did the 11, I got really lucky with the scheduling because my daughter was like kindergarten. They had like a graduation thing. And it was like 10 in the morning. So it was right between the breaks that WTRL had.
Did you ride your bike to the ceremony?
Swift on his phone.
Yeah.
It's just TTT in real life.
So it was it was perfect timing. It was like from 10 to 11, and we didn't have any races from like 8 to 12.
You're lucky I can make this graduation, daughter.
Yeah. You only graduate from kindergarten once, but it's a good thing it lines up with my TTT schedule.
Yeah. We did plan for like 3 or 4 months.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
You planned it that far in advance?
Yeah.
Really?
I had to pick up the right course, and then
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Cheers.
who are the crazy ones really wanted to do, and trying to recruit extra ones to do the work so we could just draft.
That's wild.
Okay. They're like, okay, listen, we're going to do this. We got to recruit other people to pull us along the way when we're tired and just want to sit in.
Because I should have looked at how many people did during the day. Had to be like close to 50 different people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
right.
That does sound right.
A few of them did like 4 or 5. Like Scro did a few.
Yep.
Snowy,
Yeah.
John P. From Darren Dudley. And a few others did multiple.
Drew's going to be familiar with squirrels racing again tomorrow, aren't you, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
Preparing for death.
Going for the latte win.
Yeah, Drew just goes, I want to win this week. So he's like,
Okay.
David Squirrel, Lars Brew. Yeah.
Enjoy B.
Yeah. I want to win this week, a.k.a. I'd like to die a slow, painful death.
It'll be pretty
Nice.
fast.
They'll be moving fast.
Well, so here's the problem, right? This week is London. Next week, if I'm not mistaken, 2 weeks is Bologna, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Next week, I forget what next week is, but it's another kind of like annoying course.
Doesn't matter.
So I was like, you know
Immaterial.
what? London's a good course. Good course.
So
for us.
here's what
Yeah.
I'm gonna
London,
do.
Bologna, and the Alps now.
I'm gonna make a premonition. You ready?
Please.
Drew is gonna pull when they hit. It's Box Hill, right? You do up Box Hill or Fox?
Nah,
Which
this,
one?
this one doesn't cross the bridge. This
No,
is,
you stay on. You just do Trafalgar over and over again.
yeah.
Oh,
2
so the
times.
climb is that one little
Yeah.
statues in the middle.
Yeah, you
Oh,
get it
okay,
3
never
times.
mind. Drew will be fine then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be good.
I thought it was. I'm like, Drew's gonna wave goodbye to Joy and Hannah on the climbing. Thanks for the win, guys.
Yep.
It'll be like because Thanksgiving of last year that we were trying to beat like the Vikings for latte.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we did PL.
Yep, I was on that one.
Yep.
I
You
got
upgraded?
dropped. No, I was one of the 2 people that didn't upgrade from C,
You
and I
and
got
Sully.
dropped.
Everybody else did.
And we rode that morning too, or I did. No, I guess Sully did too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally
Yeah,
you and
that
Sully
was the-
didn't upgrade.
Because we rode that morning and I got disconnected
Yes.
Yeah, that's
from
right.
my in-laws' Wi-Fi.
Yes. I
And
remember
we
now.
didn't even win.
Yep.
And then I think Sully was like, "Why did we even race then?
Yeah,
I've got to race
we-
this afternoon." It's like, all right,
I think we ended up getting 2nd or 3rd, didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't even beat the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
We did get a shout out on the Zwift stream though on YouTube. They went through the whole team and talked about us.
Yep.
Back when someone thought you could monetize commentary on TTTs.
What, you can't? What am I doing?
Ask Zwift's new co-CEO.
Yeah. Brendan Brosta this morning. Do you see that?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Requested to follow him on
I missed
Zwift
that.
Companion.
Nice.
Well, I mean, who wouldn't want to follow Broston?
I'm sad. I followed him on Sunday. Literally.
Hey, those
You went through
commentators
his
were
draft.
awesome. They're the best.
Yeah.
David is the best.
Yep. Big Brosta. Well, you rode with Brosta in real life. Tiago, didn't you? Over the summer?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
came here
That
and
was-
we rode.
Was that one of Schwenker's stretches?
He
Like,
brought the
around
road
that
with
time.
Schwenker the day before
Yeah.
I did.
Gotcha.
He was a little more west on my location.
Were you checking in on Chris's heart rate while you're riding with him, just to make sure he's not putting in too much effort?
I was making sure he was okay. And I
Yeah.
was giving him some draft
There you go.
so he enjoyed the draft.
That's what it's all about. Enjoying the draft.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, it was a nice. We rode almost, I think, close to 80 miles, I think.
Wow.
Wow. That's a full day with him, huh?
Yeah. Nice ride.
When are you undertaking that endeavor, Tiago? That seems like something that would be in your wheelhouse.
Oh, the cross country.
Yeah.
I think you should do Canada
Yeah.
in winter.
Sure.
So
You just need the
then.
time off. So, yeah, May.
I only do like long crazy stuff inside because I can't control the temperature and I can eat whatever I want.
And you can
Yeah,
prevent
don't do-
injury.
Yeah.
I don't do well temperature control and the eating, so I
Don't have to
hope
worry about flat
I'll
tires
die
or
outside.
angry drivers.
Or Steve Bonica's. You got to have that coaching, not him just trying to run you down.
Yeah. Now I think also the funny thing that I've always laughed about in the Discord, some people have opinions about things, other people kind of waffle. There's no chance that you could ever question where Tiago stands on something.
No.
Tiago knows what he thinks, and will let you know what he thinks. And he
Says it plainly.
says it very plainly, and you're just like, well, all right. Especially with like Zwift racing, there's some conversation about the difference between like low resistance, high cadence, and low cadence, high resistance. And he was just like, lower cadence is definitely better. Boom, immediately, like 20 messages about like, I don't know. Nope. If you bump up your cadence at a higher resistance, you'll speed up faster in the pack. And I was like, I'm inclined to listen to Tiago on this.
Yeah.
Because he spends so much time at the back of the pack.
If anybody's going to know how to move up, it's going to be him.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm in the back of the pack up there.
Just chilling.
I can tell. We need a heart rate monitor at the bottom of his screen. It's like 50 right now.
And also, when they introduced TT bikes to Thursday TTT, who was the one who redesigned the draft
speed
profile?
calc.
Yeah, the speed calculator. That's Tiago. Tiago recruited some support. Who was it? Mostly Ben,
Some
right?
testers.
Yeah,
Ben.
Ben did some of the high watts that people can sustain, and then
Yeah, I think you got a Yanko sample too, though, didn't you?
no, I tried, but
Wait,
he didn't
hey,
never
wait.
provided.
We got to keep this PG. We're not talking about people's samples, all right?
Sorry.
Never
You gotta-
provided sample.
I remember.
You got a Yankos. It's like you stabbed him with a knife. You're like, "Yep, I got him."
Okay. Just need a little bit.
I usually can get him to dry that today though.
That's true.
Okay. He's going to pull at the front for 30 minutes. This is my time to test.
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
Then
Giving him in the background.
who does all the testing, like the computer testing? Is it Jason?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on.
It says it
Who
on
did
the
it
site.
last
Doesn't it?
time? I think it does.
No, it's not Drift Insider. The one on
No. I think it says on
On your website.
on your tester.
yeah.
On the tester.
Joey,
Tiago, Ben, and Matt.
I think it's on the
Together.
OnlyFans. You got to subscribe to get that information.
Get the
Bots
insider
from
content.
Justin.
Justin. Yeah, Justin did the higher watts which made me realize that all the previous speed calculations were all wrong.
Yeah.
Because they considered there was a linear increase in speed with power. And once it gets like to 350 to 400, it goes down. So it's more
Yeah, it levels out.
like a log. It's a log relationship, not a straight relationship.
Yep.
I imagine this is like a very much Doc Brown from Back to the Future moment where he's like holding two lines and then lightning hits and he gets an epiphany. Mario was all wrong all the time.
Yeah, so when we were looking at the speeds, like they were supposed to be 47 before. It was like 47 on the TT bike, not the regular bike.
Right. That's
So we
wild.
would be always like, we are trying to do 47, and we always end up at like 45.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Push a little more. Keep on going.
That's something I'm not familiar with Tiago saying. No, go faster.
Yeah.
Go faster. Greg, you're familiar with that, right?
Yeah, Tiago says go faster, and then right after that he says work less.
Yeah.
Don't work too hard, guys.
He's like Paul Rudd's character from Forgetting
Yep.
Sarah Marshall,
Yeah,
right?
Doing too much.
On
Do
TTTs,
less.
Ever since Tiago's been gallivanting away from Ocho for the last several weeks, and every time we are on decline on the TT bikes, you can't super tuck, so you soft pedal, and I hear Tiago in the back of my head saying, "Go easy, go easy,
Do
go harder
less.
than you need to go."
Do less. You're going to need to do more than that, but do less.
Yeah,
Do
It's like
nothing.
rest,
Yeah.
rest here.
At the end of the TTTs, we usually match what kgs.
Yeah,
Yep.
I pull for a minute, the guys pull for 30 seconds, and then we guys have the same RKG at the end. How's that possible?
Everything's possible when you're Tiago.
Because they're doing too much. Guys, I tried to tell you. It's
Great
true, though.
stuff.
And it's always funny. Like, there's little hacks we've talked about it before. Like, in Zwift, when you're going up a hill, push a little bit harder. When you're going down a hill, don't push as much. And you find out that's like a real life thing. Like, and it actually applies to different things. Like, when the going gets tough, get tougher.
No, the
Work
tough
hardest.
get going.
Work hardest when you're going slowest. Yep, that works. That figures.
Yeah, that's for us, they're a little heavier. Like the light guys and women have to work harder on the downhills than uphills.
Yep.
Yeah, they get a rest on the uphill.
Oh,
The rest of us are working our tails off.
ride with Hannah, Joy, Laura, and they're chatting away at 6 watts per kilo going uphill. I'm dying at 4.5.
Then they gotta
I,
keep 4 watts per kilo down the downhill.
Yeah.
I think we should come up with some questions because we all know Tiago's excellence on Zwift and his viewpoints when it comes to exercise. We need to hit him with the hard questions. Like,
Hard question.
Tiago, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Yeah.
That's a hard one. I get almost into
See?
like my daughter. It's like all of them.
All the foods? So, like,
No,
on your
but-
list, it's like cheeseburgers, pizza, mac and cheese.
Depending on the mac and cheese. But
Imagine this hot take on mac and
hot take.
cheese.
Here we go. Brad does it wrong.
I was gonna say, what is the best mac and cheese though?
I don't know
My daughter,
what the
my
best
daughter
one.
has become a big fan of Kraft. We tried Aunt Annie's. She wasn't with it.
Yeah, my daughter very recently switched to, I've always liked Auntie Annie's, and why are you even offering me something else? And then I gave her Auntie Annie's while she was sick, and she's like, this tastes like dirt. And I was like, I'm sorry.
You're sick.
What? She said, it tastes like dirt. No, wait, it tastes like rotten eggs. And I was like, okay. I think you're just sick.
Not tasting correctly right now.
The only mac and cheese that we eat at home is when I make it from scratch.
Of course. Of course.
Okay.
You pull the pasta
There it is.
yourself. You prep the water. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, don't do the pasta.
We're Velveeta shells and cheese
I was
people,
just
which is
gonna say.
blasphemy because it's not even cheese, right?
So I'm waiting for Tiago to say he's like mascarpone as a base, and then he adds in some cheddar, melts it in, swirls it together,
Makes a fine roux.
make it creamy.
Yeah.
But it's funny because when my wife asked me to do mac and cheese one time, I think, and I have a
Just the once?
for the first time that she asked, and I have a book from Kenji Lopes author. I don't know if you guys familiar. He's like
Not familiar.
he's like a food scientist, I would call. So he does a bunch of testing. He's on a few websites,
Is it like American Test Kitchen type stuff?
but more with
So
the
what's
food on like how to cook.
Right.
Like the inside cover of his book is like 24 eggs with different cooking times.
Okay.
Just to show you. So he looks at different methods.
This sounds like the perfect cookbook for you.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean that's it. What's the name again of the guy?
Kenji Lopes out.
Okay.
Ouch.
All right. I gotta look that up.
See, I thought you said Kenny G. I was like, what?
Kenji.
Celebrity cookbook?
Branching out. Kenji
Series
cooks while
E
playing the
is the
saxophone.
website that he was affiliated with. Now he has more like a YouTube channel. But like when I told her like, man, like mac and cheese, there are probably like hundreds of different ways to make it. There's so many cheese combinations and like different pasta and all this. You really can get into it. And like on his book, he has a few different recipes and talks about all the different cheeses that he tried and all this.
Does he have a recipe for those who are lactose intolerant? Because that sounds like horrible times to me. All those cheeses.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There's
Dang,
This artisan sandwich shop near me. They make like really, really good sandwiches. But one of their most popular sandwiches is this grilled cheese, and it's got like 4 different kinds of cheese in it. And I was just like, but how did you find that balance? That's a tricky game. You can make it.
vigilance.
Yeah.
Rigorous testing.
Yeah.
Double blind
One
studies.
slice of Alpine lace Swiss, 2 slices of.
I don't even know,
Yeah.
Use cheddar.
I don't even know if I've
That's
heard
big.
Alpine lace Swiss before, but
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
of course.
If I had to pick a favorite food, it would probably be some grilled steak. Probably
man.
hanger steak
Yeah.
or the Brazilian cut, like a picanha.
Yeah.
It's like a top sirloin.
Now, are you a chimichurri guy?
No.
No chimichurri.
No.
Keep your chimichurri off my meat, is what you're saying.
Salt, that's it.
Salt.
That-
Nice.
So one of the best steak experiences I've had was going to one of those churrascaria restaurants, the Brazilian
Yeah.
steakhouses. They just, must have eaten my body weight in like various meats that night. And
My wife and I went to one of those. We were in Cancun after law school and grad school, and I didn't. It was like my first time. I was very unsophisticated. I didn't realize that you had to flip the puck over.
yeah,
Have them stop giving you meat.
they keep
And
coming.
they just kept coming, and I just kept eating. So I was like, okay, I have to stop at some point.
When in Rome, right?
Yeah. And then we realized, no, they don't stop.
Right, it's on me.
And then I went upstairs and slept for like 20 hours.
And you sweat the entire time,
Yeah,
didn't you?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hopefully they didn't use too much tenderizer because your colon wouldn't come back from that one.
Who's
Or at least
to
mine
say
would.
it didn't die that day?
The best was when I was swimming in Brazil, like when I was a teenager, like 16, 15. And we would go up to those every now and then. And
Oh,
I
man.
could
Just eat your
definitely
weight in meat.
Keep the puck
Yeah.
on green.
No wonder his shoulders are so big.
It coming.
All right,
Here's
here's
about
another.
those restaurants though is that you buy the sides separately. So like the menu only has the sides, and then you're like, yeah, I'll take the grilled asparagus, the Brussels sprouts, and the mashed potatoes, and just keep the meat coming.
Some of the most of them actually have a big salad bar, so they have all that in the middle.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So people just
You just described the perfect evening for me. Like, keep the meat coming. Yes. Brussels sprouts and asparagus. Oh. Something's going to be stinky later.
Many
It's
things
me.
will be stinky.
You need a little bit of some of this stuff there just to cut through all the fat from the meat. Every now and
Need some
then.
roughage.
You got to split that gristle with something, huh? All right, here's another hot take from Tiago. You ready? What makes the pizza, the crust or the sauce?
Okay, here we go.
Definitely, being Brazilian is definitely the crust.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah.
I knew I liked Tiago.
Every time I order pizza is light sauce.
Light sauce. Okay, now you're just getting crazy.
Light on the sauce.
Guys, you know what?
Light
Hold
on
the red
sauce.
stuff.
What's your go-to pizza variety?
My daughters, we don't eat pizza that much. So it's just usually cheese pizza.
Cheese pizza.
Oh, savage.
A man of simple taste.
margarita.
No tomato sauce.
Margarita sometimes.
Yeah.
Margarita's good.
Which is basically deconstructed cheese pizza. Okay.
Sometimes
No, it's
Hawaiian
Italian. Come
pizza.
on.
Yeah.
This is how they make pizza in Italy. No, still not. Nope, bro.
We have a lot more rice eaters than pasta eaters here.
You eat
More
a lot
rice,
of
huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you make your own paella?
No.
I was really,
Green.
I was really hoping you'd say yes. I'm like, I'm gonna come to your house and you're gonna make me paella.
I
That
made,
sounded very
like,
demanding. It wasn't meant that way. I'm gonna get a
I made
sample
it-
of Tiago,
Nice.
and
I made like 12-hour ramen before. 2 times.
12-hour what?
Ramen. Like the
Ramen.
Japanese
Oh, ramen. Gotcha.
What is 12? What's 12 hours about it?
Yeah.
The
To
times.
make the broth. Like,
Ooh.
Do you have to like completely decompose a chicken in it, or what?
close. So it's some
Closer to a
chicken
live
bones
chicken
and
you can get.
You have to
Pig.
boil a whole chicken, right? Make stock.
chicken and pork feet, and then you have to boil, and then have to clean the water and boil some more. And,
Jeez.
then go down halfway, and then put more water. Keep doing it for a long time.
So I guess when they made the recipe, they're like 12-hour ramen, but really it's 12-hour 5 Erlenmeyer flasks, 3 graduated cylinders, right?
2 French hens and
Yeah.
a partridge in a pear tree.
7 Bunsen burners.
Oh, no, 2 turtle doves. My apologies.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Actually,
we,
it's 3
went to
French hens.
we went to Japan, we ate way more ramen than sushi, for sure.
Oh, I would have been.
Interesting.
Listen, I just found out there's a place in St. Louis that serves all-you-can-eat sushi
Yeah.
for $25.
Oh, no.
Those
Losing money on
building-
that one.
Listen, they're going out of business after this. All right.
Gotta be
I'd rather-
really high quality.
Or
was
you're
gonna
going
say-
to the hospital.
That's okay. I can treat myself for Vibrio. It's fine.
The worst case of food poisoning.
I told you I've eaten sushi in a Mexican airport restaurant, right?
Yes.
I'm fearless when it comes to sushi.
Station sushi.
Yeah, gas station sushi. I do draw the line there, however,
Yeah. That one's a little
especially in
spicy.
Missouri.
Does the sushi roll, is it on the little, like, metal rollers next to the hot dogs? Don't worry,
It's
we're
just
keeping it warm.
spinning, and it's gray. Like, what? How does that even happen?
Do you
Why
have
is the
some
rice
tuna?
also gray?
It's oozing cream cheese.
I think I probably wouldn't be too worried if it was salmon, but if it was tuna, I'll probably be worried.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love tuna.
Yeah.
Can never have too much tuna. That's for Brasta. Go get that joke.
Yeah,
So,
we ate sushi at the fish market in Tokyo, and the tuna that we ate there was amazing. It was like the
Oh, I bet it's like just out of
the really fatty part of these calls.
Yeah.
Like 3 times the cost of the regular tuna. And the color wasn't red; it was more like almost like salmon color because so much fat.
Yeah, it's like an orangish.
It was like a completely different fish. Pretty nice.
Very interesting. I am not a sushi connoisseur. It comes and goes.
Oh man,
I can
So
eat
good.
it. I just, I don't know. Gotta be in the mood.
you guys love sushi.
Sushi is easily my favorite meal. I feel no shame about just completely demolishing the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my wife does not like sushi, so
Oh, that's
it's
a
like
problem.
one of those things that. Also, Michigan, not really a great sushi state.
Not known for its sushi. Yeah.
No
whenever
tuna in
I-
the Great Lakes. Yeah.
Whenever I get to our coast,
How do you feel about rainbow trout sashimi?
Oh, you're pretty good.
no, thank you.
No, thank you. Caught in the fresh waters of Lake Michigan.
There's a
You know-
great. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say this episode is going to go up the week before Christmas.
Yep.
So, what better a Christmas present to give to the folks than Tiago, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We've been having a menagerie of Secret Santa presentations.
Oh man.
Stuff got weird yesterday.
Yesterday or the day before?
The day before, stuff
Oh,
started
day-
really hitting.
You're right, day before. Yeah. I didn't believe the not safe for work tag. I was wrong.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. I missed that one.
The
I
Woody
guess I'm
strikes
running
again.
Yeah, I made sure I was in my prep period for that one. Let me make sure I'm in my office with the door closed.
Wow.
This group, anything can happen.
I mean, the one-upsmanship is just
I mean, it's
tremendous.
It's fantastic. When the first one came through, I was like, okay, now he's trolling us with his Chelsea jersey,
Yeah.
whatever. Nope. No trolling here.
The second one made you take pause. You're like, oh,
Okay, so the first one where the link didn't work,
Yes.
I was like, this guy. Here we go.
For those who don't scroll up, you might want to maybe, for your own sake, just so you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
2 weeks from now, after you've listened to this episode, start scrolling. I'm sure it'll probably be 4 hours or so before you get to it.
Yeah. Well, because the Secret Santa channel disappears every year.
Yep.
It's time locked. Gotta get back.
When it reappears and Sully just, whoever reactivates, I'm assuming it's usually Sully. It
It's
just
Sully.
reappears and Sully's quiet. And then all of a sudden somebody's like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's only the people that participate that can see it.
Tiago, do you participate in Secret Santa?
Sounds like no.
No.
I like to be acknowledged for my gifts. I need to be the
It's
gift
always
giver.
at this time of the year we're like planning, like getting ready to travel. I don't know how soon would be or how late.
That's
Yeah.
right. Tiago's going to be in Brazil for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No riding the bike for you.
No, for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Hard life of surfing and running.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And in the ocean.
I didn't want to make the other boys jealous, Greg, but thank you.
Okay. I didn't want them to worry about him.
That he might lose some fitness or maybe get a tan.
You can't stay in Syracuse for the whole winter. Gotta have a little
Yeah, I
break.
couldn't either. Yeah.
What was it, like October 15th or something? You got snow this year, and it was like 3 inches of snow. I was like, good God.
I think that's
Maybe.
more cumulative than we've had in the last 2 years,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Pre-Halloween.
You're far enough south, though, Dodd.
It's the trade-off. You get meth, we get no snow. All the
This year has
meth
been
kitchens
pretty-
burn off the heat, you know?
This year has been pretty good with no snow.
Yeah,
We escaped like
Yeah.
that snow in Buffalo for
Yeah, during that
Wow.
first dump.
crazy. 6 feet of snow.
Listen, I can't. They were talking about something on the news yesterday while I was listening to a patient's heart. Yeah, put that together, right? And it's like they said something about they're getting 18 inches. And I'm just, in my mind, I can't help but be the 12-year-old, be like, that's what she said. And I'm like in the patient's face, and I'm like mouthing it. Oh, hey. Yeah, no, your heart sounds good.
Your heart rate is stray kitten was rescued from the factory today.
So, Tiago, what is on your Netflix right now? What are you watching?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
Ozark?
Just finished watching
Don't.
1899.
1899.
Okay.
Oh, good one.
I was going to say.
That's the prequel to Yellowstone, is that right?
Yellowstone. Yep. Actually, so
No.
that's the sequel to the prequel.
No.
Wait,
The people
the
that made
squeakquel?
Dark.
No, 1899 is from the guys that made Dark.
Oh, is it? Ooh, that's right. That's right.
Multilingual German epic period mystery science fiction television series.
That's right.
It's like you read that off of a
That
teleprompter.
is-
I was going to say,
You had it right there, like you.
No, Greg's taking the research much more seriously now.
very seriously these days.
I
Dug into
just,
my account.
I'm not saying anything. I just started watching that.
That's right.
But Dodd, you, what?
You're like I just started watching it, but I know the description by heart.
No, I had searched it. I had searched it recently, so I typed in like 1.8, and it's like 1899, and it pulls up the result. I'm like, that is it. But it's very good.
Can you tell me again what it's about?
Dark. Hold on. I closed the tab.
It starts. People are like on like a boat from England to New York,
Yeah.
and then there's a boat that went missing, and they find it, and then nothing makes sense after that.
Yeah. It's like if somebody actually committed to the bit with Lost, which
Okay,
Dark
so
is
it's-
also like crazy.
So
Immigrants
it's
on a
lost with a
steamship.
boat.
Well, I mean, that's Lost, which had boats. That undersells it a bit.
That was a plane.
Well, there are boats in later seasons, Todd.
I only watched the first season.
Lost turned into like a magazine stand show.
It turned into a J.J. Abrams fever dream, is what you're saying?
No, JJ left, and then it was just even crazier.
Yeah.
And they're like, I guess we have to tie it back together. JJ didn't leave us all the pieces. He's like, I did leave you the pieces.
You didn't find it.
Well, here's
1899 is fun, though.
one of my takes for you, Dad, is that my takes from series is that usually people spend years and years developing like the first season.
Yeah.
They work a whole lot,
Yep.
and then they get it, and maybe they have idea for the second season. And when they get to the third season, it's like, now what? We gotta make up stuff. We have like 2 months.
Yeah.
We got to think quick.
I didn't think this would get picked up in the first place.
So it's usually like first season is good, the second season is usually better because they have more money and
Yep.
can do
Yeah,
what
better
they really
production.
wanted. And then by third season, they're like making up stuff on the
Wait a
fly.
minute. We've done this storyline.
That's pretty much the path of a television show.
Yep.
It's like, you guys remember the show Heroes?
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
Great for the first couple seasons.
Yeah, exactly that. That
Season
was
5
exactly the
was
path it took.
Crash.
Yeah. First season, great. Second season, pretty good.
Yeah.
But the writer's strike really doomed them.
Oh, yeah.
Third season,
Well,
I didn't
it
even
was-
bother watching.
Friday Night Lights, the TV show, was a great. I mean, I shouldn't say great. It was a really good NBC like
Sure.
romantic drama, whatever, with football in it. So I was like, I'm there for the football. But
Your wife's there for the, what's his name?
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Yeah, Taylor
they knew
Kitsch.
what they were doing.
Gambit.
We're going to have some young boys hit each other, and then people are going to fall in love in the background. Everybody's going to watch.
and there's going to be the father figure coach who yells at them all, and we're good. But the writer's strike hit, and you can tell right when like that writer's strike hit, like the writing got awful after the writer's strike.
It's like they
Everybody
tapped
was
the
like, what?
janitor and be
No.
like, here, rate this episode.
No, babe, I do love you. Oh, babe.
First down.
People were like, "What happened to Friday Night Lights?" First
Run
three
the
seasons
football.
were so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you?
Well, that was
I
where,
watched,
like, what's it? Clear Eyes, Full Hearts Can't Lose came from. And everybody's like, oh, that's so great. Oh. Everybody used that for like high school sports for like 10 years.
I
And
believe
that
it.
was like the greatest thing to come from that show. And then after that, everybody was like, who killed that guy who wrote that line? What? No, he went on strike.
I watched the English on Amazon.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
The English?
Yeah.
Never seen
Right,
that
can't
or heard of it. What's your
Uh,
take
so
on
you
White
want-
Lotus? You watch White Lotus?
No, I have not.
I haven't either. I was just seeing what you thought.
That is a super. Oh, I watched most of it. It's a very, very, very slow.
Slow burn? Not into that.
There are funny bits, but I was expecting at least some opportunities to have a. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a
I wanna
potential
know-
laugh about something.
Yeah, a big belly laugh. I want to know what Tiago's favorite comedy movie is.
Oh, okay.
Comedy.
I want to know what
movie?
his comedy flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pretty similar to what you guys talk about.
I'm a silly comedy kind of guy.
Like the
No way.
Will Ferrell movies, like old school, and
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
the ones that came similar, like Super Bad is a good one.
See, I consider that like
Classics.
college humor, not the website, but because that's roughly the time most of us were in college.
Yep.
Yep.
I always love it when somebody posts a GIF from the movie Kung Pao Into the Fist,
Oh, yeah.
because that's one of my all-time cult classic favorites.
Yeah. For the longest time, I thought that was Kevin Nealon,
Yeah.
which makes it even better.
Even better.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen like a really funny movie in a while, and there's like the one on Amazon with Sandra Bullock is super funny. Can you say that, Sandra Bullock?
You're going to have to narrow that down. I think Sandy's been in a few.
It's a recent one on Amazon. I think it's Amazon exclusive. The
Was
Lost
it,
Island, I think.
Did it have Matthew McConaughey in it? No, what's
No, it
that?
had Brad Pitt.
Yeah. And Channing Tatum?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I can't remember the name of that.
Wait, not Bullet Train.
No, Bullet Train has
Bullet
Brad
Train
Pitt.
has all three of those people in it.
Also true.
The Lost
this one
City.
is,
The Lost City.
Yeah,
The
that's
Lost
the one.
City. Oh, okay.
She called in a favor to Brad Pitt to be in her movie, and then vice versa for Bullet
Yeah, I
Train.
guess so.
The first 30 minutes are like hilarious. Like, and then like it dies down a little bit, and then it's good again at the end. It's
Yeah.
super funny.
All right.
got to give your face a rest from all the laughing. You know?
Yeah.
I'm right back.
P.S. We learned a couple weeks ago the only ad workout that Tiago does is laugh at us. So for all the ladies out there, you're welcome.
That sounds like
Well
another
done.
local news headline. Laugh more for better abs. In addition to eating well and exercising this new year, try to get some laps in.
You too can have a hanger steak and Coke every
Eat
night.
well and exercise? You're kidding. They cracked the code.
Greg, you missed your calling as a newscaster.
No, no. I would have had to
Oh, there
kill
was
myself.
There was one of the biggest like publications recently. It made to Nature Medicine. And the people that took more steps, you wearing like they wore a Fitbit. The people that took more steps are healthier.
Strange
No
correlation.
way.
And that was published
Did
in
they-
the best journal
did they-
there is.
Did they actually control for everything else?
No, it's like just a big study that anybody can be part of. It's called All of Us, the NIH
Oh, yeah.
study that people
Yes.
submit the data, and then they might recruit you to do some testing. So it's just like random people all over the country sending data, and they analyze. And the novel part is that it wasn't even like a large number of people. It was only 6,000 people for this study. But it's just because it's part of this large study. Yeah, so they figure out that if you take more steps, you're healthier.
Amazing.
Have you seen that show
Great.
Limitless yet? With
Live,
Chris
local,
Hemsworth?
late breaking.
Yeah,
Limitless?
show-
Yeah.
on Disney Plus. It's an interesting one, but that's another funny one where like
With Thor.
with Thor and
Yeah.
his buddies. That's another funny one where like they do a really good job of presenting the information in a fun and digestible way. But a lot of it is just kind of, I stop saying obvious. Yeah,
You can say obvious. It's okay.
but like, then they're like, oh, to manage his stress, Chris does
Meditate.
15, 20 minutes of meditation every day or 3 days a week. To manage his levels of inflammation,
Did we also mention that Chris has millions of dollars from a deal that he made when he was young?
he doesn't have to wake up and go to a regular job. His stress levels are coming from the public perception of how he's parenting his kids in public.
Do you also get paid to lift weights all day long and eat tremendous amounts of food? No? Oh,
You have your own chef at
By
home.
the time you get to your third chicken of the day, you really need to take a breath for you.
Man, he has all that and he still can pick
yeah.
all good scripts because his last like Netflix movie was horrible.
That's a great transition to Greg's segment, I think.
Ooh.
Is just to end on a hot take from Tiago about Chris Hemsworth's last movie on Netflix.
Yeah, that
Sure.
one on the island.
Yes.
You can tell me that was good.
Haven't seen it personally, but now I won't even waste my time.
I have not watched it yet. I watched the Netflix movie where he's an assassin. No, a
Like Extraction.
killer for hire.
Yeah, Extraction.
Yeah, Extraction. Yeah,
That one at least has like good fighting scenes or whatever.
correct.
But the
There's a
other
sequel
one,
to that coming out too, I think.
Yeah, I saw that.
But the
I was
one
like,
that
well-
he's a scientist on the island.
I don't know how he didn't die, but
You had me at he's a scientist, right? That's believable.
put glasses on that.
Yeah.
On that Thor.
Yeah, I
That's what
imagine
they did.
him in
Yeah,
Ghostbusters, right?
That's like
Those wear glasses.
that's like a code out of a bad porn.
Yeah. Oh, he's a doctor. He's got a white coat and glasses
Put a
and a
white coat and
stethoscope.
glasses on this buxom, artificially breasted woman.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
We enjoy all
Just
breasts. Or I'll speak personally. I don't want to generalize for you guys.
I'm not gonna. We don't need to get into
That. Yeah. We'll save that for after Christmas.
Sure. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
That'll be behind a paywall. So we return again to a nagging segment, clandestine categories, and the curtain has been pulled back. If you log into Zwift, I don't know if you guys saw this. Man, we're so far ahead in our recording. It's no longer late breaking news, but if you log into Zwift.com, you can see their estimates of your FTP and maximal aerobic power, and like you can see how they are category enforcing you, which is interesting because you got people who you got the Sullys of the world who are chilling happily at sea, and then get category upgraded to B. You got somebody just said they were riding B and had been category enforced into A for a while. They finally upgraded to A, and then now they can race B again. Apparently, Zwift used a 60-day rolling window, and I'm still not sure what exactly. I mean, it looks like for MAP they're using 6 to 8 minute efforts, or was it 4 to 6 minute? Let's see.
What does MAP stand for?
Maximal aerobic power. That's kind of like it's like your short duration.
Yeah, like 5 minute
max.
power.
Yeah, 5 minute. 4 to 6 is what Zwift says.
Okay. I didn't know this was a thing. I'm looking at it now.
It's like
You didn't know that was a thing?
it's one of those things that Zwift like put on their website and didn't tell you that they put on there. I think it's part of the whole like between sauce and intervals I mean, Zwift doesn't care about intervals, but with sauce, people can see their power real time. I think Zwift is like, oh, I guess, since you guys can see it now, we'll show you what we've got. Which is just interesting.
Well,
It's got my FTP pretty low.
Yeah,
What's
same.
interesting is that they update those values depending on the number, like your weight. If you change your weight today, those numbers get recalculated.
Oh,
Right.
interesting.
Right. Well,
So
that
it's
was,
not the weight that you did there after, it's your latest weight.
Okay.
I don't
Funny
know if
story
many people
about-
realize that. So it's even better to weight dope.
Even better, you say?
I have a funny story about weight doping and automatically updating your weight. Yesterday in
So
ZRL,
you
we had
would
a guy
like
do-
if you writing B, you get AutoCAD to A or whatever.
Yeah.
And just bump up your weight like a kilo or two, and you're back to B.
I'll be right back.
Oh, is that so? Maybe that's why a rider who I won't name publicly on YouTube that I raced against yesterday in ZRL B2 actually gained like 3 kilos in the last week. I did think it was a little odd, but don't worry, he won and took a whole bunch of points.
For those who weren't in B1, his name rhymes with a certain salt that you might take in a
But
bath.
for ZRL, it doesn't matter. Like they only use the 20-minute one.
No, but for Zwift,
Yeah.
like I think if he had, oh, I see what you're saying. I think he would have upgraded if he hadn't. He would have upgraded within Zwift generally.
It wasn't
Yeah,
the
but
3
the
kilograms
AutoCAD-
of weight gain.
AutoCAD is now working on ZRL. It
Okay.
was just the old like 20-minute.
They just use the
They use
the
their own
20-minute
system.
power and also their own charts.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
They
do like that.
decide.
They're like, well, your 20-minute, even though your average power is whatever your 20-minute is whatever your average was this, so we bumped you up.
You really race with WTRL if you haven't gotten that email. We don't use Zwift power. We use our own system. Well, we
Which
had a guy
is-
yesterday did
which is
22
in our
watts per
head.
kilo. And Billy had a story. Billy, the coffee snob, he was like, I did 20 watts per kilo once because my wife used my scale and it automatically updated my Zwift weight. And the next day I was a pro. He goes, next day I was back down to me. But that one day I was super strong.
Like, oh my gosh, how did I do this?
But on Swift, does it actually tell you a category? I saw the numbers, but I didn't see the
Yeah,
actually.
for me it does. It says
Yep.
suggested category B.
See, hey now.
It's got my FTP is 296,
Really?
which just tells me, well, it just tells me that I'm more efficient than you.
Yeah.
Was your last
Because the only thing I do on Zwift is race, like event wise.
Because then the VO2 max is also then significantly lower than any other metric that I've seen.
What's
Who would
yours?
you believe? Mine is 47.
See, mine's
on
53.
Zwift. Right.
Yeah,
On Garmin, I'm like a 58.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's just, okay.
No, on Zwift
Zwift-
it says mine's 53.
Swift has me at 58.
Oh,
Zwift
close
doesn't,
to A.
doesn't think I'm very fit.
I'm sure. I
60
already
is A.
I've read Tiago's thoughts on trying to calculate VO2 using power and heart rate data. I know that it's not good
Well,
or not accurate.
It's using the power. If the power is not terrible, like it's
Yeah.
from all the ways to estimate VO2 power on the bike is the best. If you're not actually measuring.
Interesting.
Mine is pretty close to what I think it should be.
85 or so, right?
I wish. But that's why I had to learn how to Zwift to keep up with all those guys. Like all those A pluses. They spread on the A divisions. To
Yeah.
Are you
avoid.
talking about Steve?
Yeah.
It's the only A plus that matters in our hearts and minds. All right, I want to end this on a hot take.
Okay.
Then we have a good one. Damn it,
Ooh.
that failed miserably.
Want me to make one up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make one up, sure.
Hold on, let's see. What happened recently? It's got to be relevant.
I was just going to go with, what's Tiago's take on Cheers? Yay or nay?
Oh, Cheers, the TV show.
Sure.
The lovable Sam Malone and.
Never seen it.
Yep, that's what I was
There
expecting.
you go.
Thank you, Tiago. Never disappoint. Never, ever. We do appreciate you joining us. I know it was last minute.
Yeah, man.
Seemed like we
Yeah.
had no plan, which is probably accurate most of the time.
I think it went off better than weeks that we do have a plan sometimes.
That's probably true. But
Like
if you
another
guys see
morning
Tiago
ride.
out there, if you see Tiago out in the wild, latch onto his wheel. You know you will stay under your threshold for sure.
Yeah, just watch for when he tries to fall back and get into your draft.
That sounds like a whole other topic that we could probably get into. Merry Christmas
Yeah.
Oh
to
yeah.
everybody. Since this is going up the week before, hope everybody has a great holiday and good family time. We'll see you probably New Year's.
Yeah.
Probably.
We'll see. We'll see how
I'll be on the-
many people we
I'll be
can
on
get
the
to
beach.
fall out for.
I'll be on the beach.
All right, that's our
surfing.
goal. We have to make an episode for Beach Tiago.
Tiago.
Yeah,
All right.
it's like Ken from Barbie. I don't know.
Virtual backgrounds, we can do it.
Yes.
I'm
Tell
up from now. Sounds good.
All right. So until next week. We'll see you guys then.
All right. Later.
Yeah.
Natty Light, 24 pack,
Yeah.
and a shock collar. Me, two dudes. It was a rough night.